A Melbourne moggy may only have 8 lives left after it spent hours stuck in a dryer, with some of that time spent tumbling on high heat. Incredibly, the 11-year-old cat is okay. Blake Johnson has more on this remarkable tale of survival.
Well, this is Minam. He's certainly the driest cat in Melbourne and possibly one of the luckiest. Seema, what happened to your little cat here?
He took a tumble in the dryer. I went to put the dryer on to wash it, to dry a doona, and he had crawled in about the 5 minutes it was open. And I left for work and to drop my kid off at kinder, and I came back about 4 hours later and didn't see him in his little house and wondered, oh no, where'd Minam go?
And he spent 4 hours in the dryer.
4 hours. I don't think, it definitely wasn't on for the 4 hours, but it was still quite warm when I arrived home.
And what sort of injuries did Minam have?
He had physical ones. He had, his tongue was quite swollen and bruised, and his mouth as well as his eyes. He had a lot of scans to see if his liver and kidneys had any damage, his heart as well, and he was in an oxygen tank for 2 days.
Gosh. He's eating now. Is he okay now?
He's completely fine. You'd never think that he's been You'd never think that he was in the dryer at all. He's completely demanding cuddles and pats and food all the time.
Yeah. I suppose it's a warning because cats like to get into warm places like, wheel arches of cars, tight spots like the dryer. And because your dryer doesn't have a window on it, I guess you couldn't see what was inside it.
I couldn't, but sometimes I put it on and then leave to go to work and go about my day. And so then if Minam when I arrived home, if he hadn't meowed and scratched, I probably would have looked everywhere else except the dryer.
So you heard him meowing when you came home?
I did. I called his name. I said, Minam, because he's usually in his house. And I heard a little scratch and a meow, and then opened the door, and he was just standing there on the doona. He looked normal at first, but then when I picked him up, he had some drool on the side of his mouth, and he started panting, and so I threw him in the cat carrier and went running to the Lord Smith.
Well, it is quite the story, quite the survival story as well for little Minam. He lives to fight another day. Thank you, Seema. Thanks.
Thank you. Have a great day.